I'd like to bring the February 21st board meeting to order. If we can just rise and salute the flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Secretary, can we get a attendance, please?
Yes. Mr. Adamson.
Here.
Mr. Parola.
Here.
Mr. Poliafico.
Here.
Mr. Ciccoletti.
Here.
Ms. Paglio.
Here.
Mr. Ruzin.
Here.
Mr. Cullen. Mr. D'Angelo.
Here.
And Mr. DeMarcus.
Here. Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
That's approved.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Thank you. Okay, reports and presentations. Oh.
Mr. DeMarcus, Mr. President, I just wanted to, Dr. Schaefer gave me a message to announce that the Bristol Borough School District is announcing its intention to apply for the 21st Century Learning Center Cohort 10 grant. That was the only presentation.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can explain it to us. What does that involve?
Yeah, currently we have Cohort 8 and 9, which we received $399,000 for. We actually were audited for Cohort 8 today, and it was very successful. This is a grant, I think, specifically geared towards the elementary school, and it's for another $399,000. So we are applying in part with other school districts for a select group.
Okay. We can come back to the presentation.
Yeah, we'll move on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get the regular agenda present.
All right. Can we move on to public participation? Does anybody want to speak on anything? No?
Is there any presentation tonight?
Yeah,
Yeah, we're going to come back.
We're
Okay.
going to come back to it.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Okay, go to item 5, routine monthly business, motion. Well, you can do this.
Yeah.
He wants me to do He wants me to make
Routine business.
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay.
Go ahead.
Approve the minutes of January 17th, 2019 meeting. B, approve the list of bills for February 2019. And C, approve the treasurer's report for January 2019.
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Approve the 2019-2020 Bucks County IU programs and services and instructional materials and research budget in the amount of $1,778,903. Bristol Borough share is $13,564, a decrease of $320.
I motion.
Thank you.
I second.
Thank you. Questions? Comments? No. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Approve the attached agreement between the Bucks County IU number 22 and the Bristol Borough School District for Safe to Say Something tip response services.
Oh, yeah, we're supposed to read that, but go ahead.
I motion.
Thank you.
I second.
Any questions?
Yeah, Chris, you want to explain that again? Just
Sure.
real
This is a
quick?
contract between us and the intermediate unit for the Safe to Say that's going for the state. Basically, the IU will be responsible as an intermediary kind of and receive the calls and then float calls to us. And the cost for doing this, the contract starts on March 1st, 2019 and concludes on June 30th, 2020. The cost through June 30th, 2019 is $1 per student. The cost for 2019-2020 school year is $3 per student. And the IU will handle most of the calls that come through.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Item D, approve the attached 3-year contract with M&M Lawn Care East Incorporation for lawn and ground service according to the advertised specifications.
Skipped one. Jump one.
Dave, you skipped one.
I'll go back to that one.
Okay, let's do D
I
first.
motion.
Second? We have second.
So just a comment on that, the school district received 3 bids, and we are awarding the lowest bid, which is M&M Lawn Care.
Any questions?
Last year?
It's a different one this year.
It's a different
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Abstentions?
Mr. Chairman, approve the required hours in lieu of days in accordance with the Pennsylvania School Code, Section 1505. The 2017-2018 school calendar will not have less than 900 hours of instruction at the elementary level and not less than 990 hours at the secondary level.
Questions?
Just to kind of go over this one, the emergency days granted to us by the state last year released us from the 180-day requirement. However, it did not release us from the mandated 900 hours of instruction at the elementary level and the 990 hours at the secondary. Since our school day has the additional time, we did meet this requirement. We must take a motion guaranteeing PDE that we met the minimum hours required.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Abstentions? Carries.
E. Item E, approve the expulsion of a Bristol High School student.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Abstentions? Carries.
Mr. President, I would motion for item F, adopt the attached policy 222, which deals with tobacco use and vaping.
Can I get a second?
Second.
This is being adopted because a new version, this version includes electronic cigarettes and vaping devices.
Any other questions? All four?
Aye.
Nays? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Item G, approve a motion to accept the Bristol Borough School District 21st Century Learning Center Cohort 8, Year 3 Summative Evaluation Report.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Questions?
This is a required from this, according to the grant, we have to do this every year.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Abstentions? Carries.
Mr. President, just please make an H to approve cohort
Yeah.
9 and 2.
Okay. So item H, approve a motion to accept the Bristol Borough School District 21st Century Learning Center Cohort 9, Year 1 Summative Report.
Second.
Chris, is this a continuation of the other one, right?
Correct. We have two different grants going right now, so we have to do we have to approve two different reports for each grant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, just real quick, so that kind of involves either the IU or our other partner bringing somebody in to come in, evaluate, and say...
The IU does our
Right,
evaluations
and this
for
is
us.
what they're doing.
Yep.
This is what the grant says they should be providing kids with this much, and they just kind of validate.
And they make sure we're in compliance with
Yes.
accordance to the grant
Okay,
laws.
thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Okay, under personnel, item A, approve to advertise for a full-time custodian at a rate of $16.61 per hour with benefits as per the negotiated agreement.
Second.
Thank you. Any questions on this one? Pretty straightforward. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Item B, approve the raises for the administration as per the negotiated contracts, and the raises were effective back to July 1st, 2018.
Second.
Any questions on this? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Item C, Mr. President, I would ask that we table this motion. It is dealing with our contract with our business manager. There are a few small items that we have to work out. We're going to meet either tomorrow or Monday to clear that up and pass it to our solicitor, and we'll have it on the record to approve at our next meeting. So I'm motion for
Second.
table.
Thank you. Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Abstentions? Motion carries. Ms. Mack?
No, it's not that. It's me.
Good evening. I just wanted to take a moment to mention and briefly describe our Registered Behavior Technician program that the IU is offering. The IU is in the process of training their first Registered Behavior Technician apprenticeship candidates. It's a training program for paraeducators, so to highly credential the paraeducators in the districts, with a focus on applied behavior analysis, which we know is very successful with students who are on the spectrum, who have autism. The process includes 40 hours of training for these technicians. It also involves them completing and passing a national competency assessment. They also then are followed by a board-certified behavior analyst for a good portion of a year, shadowing and following them during their work hours, and then they're assessed annually just to maintain their credentials. And I'm mentioning this because while we're doing this in-house this year for the IU, next year the IU will be opening this up to districts. So if there are any districts who have paraeducators who they feel would benefit, more information is forthcoming. So.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have a presentation, I believe. Amber Moore and Ashira Ocasio. Is that right?
Hi. So we are both 2017 graduates from Bristol High. I'm Amber Moore.
I'm Yushiro Akasia.
We're just going to tell you some of the stuff that we did in high school that we feel has benefited us in college. So this is a little bit about us. I'm an early childhood education major, and I'm in the College of Education. My expected graduation date is May of 2022. I'm a commuter. I'm a member of the Temple University Chemical Society, and I'm applying for a +1 master's program.
I'm Yushiro Ocasio. I'm a political science and philosophy double major in the College of Liberal Arts. I'm expected to graduate a semester early in December 2020. I live on campus, and I'm a member of the Temple University Pre-Law Society, and just recently a CLA ambassador, so College of Liberal Arts ambassador. And then future career is prosecution attorney in criminal law.
So these are some high school courses that we took that we feel benefited us. So first for AP Calculus, we both took AP Calculus. We got 4 college credits that we didn't have to pay for, so that was really good. The other AP credits, we didn't take all the AP tests just because some classes we would have to retake no matter what, but it was really beneficial to already have learned the material before, get good grades in college.
So AP European History, AP US History, AP Chemistry. We were both doing dual enrollment, and that definitely did help us in just earning college credit and count towards electives. So that all automatically put us ahead as compared to some of our other colleagues who went into the same class as us. That gave us, I believe, 6 credits it was.
6 credits, yeah.
So that definitely gave us an edge. That definitely helped me graduate a semester early. So that's definitely a beneficial part, and it's really great that we were able to do that here. We took honors English and interdis, and that really, the Writer's Voice program our sophomore year of high school really exposed us to really good writing skills and just critical thinking, and it was a really, really good experience to have in high school. And that definitely helped us a lot in college in terms of just, being around, especially me living on campus. The living situation at Silver Bay helped me kind of, living with a roommate, even if it was for a couple days, but just kind of be exposed to all of that.
Okay, so these are some of our extracurricular sports and activities. We actually have 2 pages of this, but we couldn't fit it all. So cheerleading and bowling, those are both sports that we did. We actually were captains of those our senior year.
We did mock trial. I was in mock trial. We did chorus. Drama club I was in as well. We were both in chem club and the newspaper club when it was up and running at the high school. So these extracurricular sports and activities, as small as the school is, it's really important, we feel, to have as many opportunities available for students. These definitely helped us in terms of leadership skills, being able to lead certain teams or be the head of certain teams or be able to instruct other students younger than us or even our age. It helped us a lot with learning time management skills. So our senior year, we were definitely very involved after school every day till really late. And that really helped me personally, and I'm pretty sure Amber can say the same, in terms of being able to manage your time. In college, I'm pretty sure you guys know that it can be very difficult to manage between schoolwork and if you're working and other stuff that you're involved in. So that definitely helped us.
So just having these programs available to us, the fact that we're such a small school, we get to do basically everything. Other schools, you get to have to pick and choose what you want to do. We get to experience everything, find out what we like, what we want to do, even become like leadership positions. It's very hard to even make a team at bigger schools, whereas we get to be on multiple teams.
And mock trial for me was one of the things that kind of made me like finalize my decision in wanting to go into law. So that was a really, really great opportunity, and I'm pretty sure other students at the high school can agree that some of these, most of these programs, if not all of them, can really help students kind of find themselves and kind of get a feel for what they want to do going into college, and that really helped.
So that's just the second page of our extracurricular activities.
We did student council, student class officers, Interact Club, International Club, Book Club, Relay for Life, Mock Car Crash, and Model UN. So again, as we said previously, all these opportunities that are given to us as students is really, really important in terms of just being involved, having interactions with community members, giving us leadership skills, communication skills, exposing us to a diverse group of people. That is really, really important going into either the professional field if students choose not to go to college, or going into college as well. So having these opportunities as small of a school as we are is really, really beneficial to students.
And being able to put all of these on your college resume looks really good when you get accepted into college, and actually having to pick and choose what you think is the most important for the college you go to, because our resumes are like 2 pages long. So, okay. Volunteerism. So some volunteerism, like we cheer and Dow Science Club, since I want to be an education major or a special education teacher. That helped me to find out, I really like working with kids, and I really like having a position working with younger children.
So the March cleanup, setting up art shows, Bristol Riverside Theater, which I did, which was a really cool experience. Being from the high school, they didn't really get many young people, but it was a really good experience for me in terms of just, not only it being a school requirement, but actually wanting to do it, and I met so many great and cool people here in the town and from outside. So it was a really good opportunity as a student. We did the middle school dance setup, the Fall Classic, which was in honor of Mike Fitzpatrick, and the Mad Science at the lock-in, the graduation ceremony in 2016, and singing the national anthem at school games. If you guys don't know, I was the one that did that. So it just really a lot of volunteer opportunities that we found out through our teachers, through Mrs. Mortimer, through our principal and superintendent, and it was just a really, really good opportunity just to get kids involved into the community, and that helped us look good on our resumes for college and stuff like that, and it really put us in a great position to be involved in college as well.
So part of the graduation requirement for Bristol High is getting 40 hours of community service. Now, we kind of went above and beyond just because we realized we liked volunteering so much. So exposing students to volunteering, because normally people are like, I don't want to volunteer, I don't want to do this. It's something fun that you can do if you pick the right thing. So we tried all these things, and we realized things that we actually like and will continually do after graduating.
And it definitely helped being notified of all the different opportunities instead of there just being 1 or 2. There's multiple, and students being exposed to that can really help them.
Okay. So these are just some awards and scholarships. So we both were accepted in National Honor Society our junior year. I was Student of the Year for having over 100 hours of community service in my sophomore year of high school. So that was an honor, and being at the Fall Classic with Mike Fitzpatrick was really great to see that my opportunities that I chose to do didn't go unnoticed, and that I was actually being nominated for that.
We did the YCC Chemistry Poster Contest, which won first place in. The Rotary Club Scholarship recipients were both recipients of that scholarship. Distinguished Honors Awards in the Temple University Honors Program, which I was accepted into. So all of these things really kind of helped us going into college, being recipients of these awards, added to our resume, but it also made us feel that our hard work in high school wasn't unnoticed and that our hard work did pay off for something. And it was really great to meet different people. So at the Fall Classic, when we were introduced to Representative Fitzpatrick, it was really, really great to, speak to him and meet all the different people and be exposed to diversity, to a diverse group of people. So that was really, really, really great.
We graduated.
And went to Temple.
Yeah, both of us. So are there any questions that?
Yes, I have a question for
Okay.
you. Both of you, actually. I was listening when you said intensely there that when you compare yourself to other colleagues in your class, okay, would you say now you were equal, above, or below? I don't want to use the word below, but how do I phrase this? Comparing your years here at Bristol to what you could gather, what they had, were there more opportunities here, and were you given, with the AP courses, an advantage? So was it more equal?
So it depends on what school. Like some schools are big; they have an AP program for every class. But
Right.
with our size, the fact that we've had so many and we got to do all of them, I feel like I have more. I don't know, but
Yeah,
but.
I will say the same thing. I think that the small size and the amount of opportunities that students are offered, it really gives them an opportunity, like a hands-on experience being involved in all this, whereas in many of the other schools, students might not have the same opportunities that you might have in a smaller school where you're able to do so many things. And the AP courses, even though there isn't one for every subject as in some of our competing schools in the area, it definitely did help, and I would say that me personally am in a better position compared to some of my other colleagues who maybe weren't able to take certain things as I was.
So you figure there was an advantage being a smaller school?
Yes.
Yeah.
Both of you?
Even with like just registering for classes in college, the more credits you have, the earlier you get to register. So having 10 more credits than someone who's in the same exact position as me, let me register a day earlier, get the better classes that I wanted.
It helped me graduate a semester early.
You
so.
could thank Mrs. Paglione down there, because she's the one that was always with the AP programs and wanting to add.
Yeah,
Thank
So
you.
she works on the curriculum committee.
It helps.
And
It
she's
really
been
does.
working with that for how many years, Mary Jane?
24.
Not only the credits you can receive from getting a certain score on the test, but the amount of rigorous work and the work ethic that you learn within the class can definitely help you for the style that you will see in not all of them, but many of your college classes as well. Just the rigorous work, the intense classroom feeling that you get definitely helps in that aspect as well, not just credits you may be able to receive.
Especially like just with AP chemistry, I was a chemistry major, so I didn't take the AP test because I would have had to retake it in college being that major, but it was basically a repeat of it again, so I felt like I had such a better advantage over people that were seeing it for the first time, and I always thank Dr. Smith for that because he did such a great job.
Would you come back to Bristol High School now and recommend to the juniors and seniors that are there now? And,
We already did.
Oh,
Yeah.
you already did?
Yeah, we went in
Was there
November.
an assembly there? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, great. We unfortunately,
spoke
we
to
didn't
a
know
lot
about
of
it.
11th and 12th graders.
Yeah, a lot of 11th and 12th graders.
Any response? Good response?
Yeah, and a lot for also going to Temple University because of all the
Great.
programs we have there.
It's a good
Good
college.
job. Good job.
Both my sons graduated from Temple.
It's a great school.
It's a great school. Yeah,
Which one sang the national anthem?
I did.
Would you sing it again?
Sure.
Very good. Thank you.
I don't
Thank you
have a
both.
question, but I have one comment. So I'm a Temple grad too, so I like to see you guys doing great. But it's clear that you guys are going to be able to achieve whatever you want because you're very driven, and that's an overwhelming amount of stuff that you guys did
Thank
prior to
you.
even getting into college. So awesome job.
Thank you.
All right. We have to go to the information discussion about the public meeting.
So the next public meeting is Thursday, March 21st, 2019.
Nothing, thank you, sir.
Okay. Mr. Rusin, any comments?
No, thank you.
Ms. Paglione?
No.
Mr. D'Angelo?
Good?
Mr. Chicoletti?
No, thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. Polyafco?
Yeah, I just want to touch on something that
kind of eating at me a little bit, but recently at a council meeting that I was at, Councilman Catroci brought up an issue about the ball fields and things like that, and he said he was approached by a couple of, I imagine, parents or people around town, or he didn't give names or anything, and, you know. He said that he was approached and they talked about the baseball and softball seasons being pretty much eliminated for this year. And there's nothing further from the truth than that. The borough owns those fields and they operate the fields. They control who uses them, when they use them. But the thing is, the only way we would not have a season for softball or baseball or even basketball, football, is if there wasn't any interest or there was something really wrong with the fields that we couldn't use them. And sometimes it happens where we're shorthanded, the interest in softball or baseball or junior high, sometimes that happens and we don't have a team because lack of interest from the kids. But in no way would we would never be the reason that there isn't any sports. Like I said, they control the fields. It's up to them, who uses them, when, and all that stuff. And now he also brings up about a lawsuit. Almost every meeting, the lawsuit is brought up. There is a lawsuit, but it has nothing to do with the school board, the school district. It has to do with council members. There's disagreement on how it should have been awarded, the contract to the contractor. I think it's the length of years and also the amount per year. Nobody ever knocked the contractor doing that work. Everybody praised them. We all know them. They've been doing it for a long time, doing an excellent job. So it's not about the contractor. It's not about his work. It's a discrepancy between the council members on how it was bidded, the amount of years, and also the amounts per year. But to talk about that in public, without any board members ever hearing about anything from anybody about, or our principal, superintendent, the athletic director, no one ever approached any of those people about not having baseball or softball or anything like that this year. So I want to put that to make sure that everybody understands it. Everybody hears it from us, the board, and if you have rumors, they're just ridiculous. If there are any rumors, or if there were any rumors, feel free to call the superintendent, the business manager, Principal Rosado, the athletic director, and we all live in this town. We all know each other. If you don't know me, you may know Al, you may know David or John. We're around town all the time. Approach us. You know us well enough that, we're going to give you the straight answer. So I just want to make sure that that's understood. No way, shape, or form was any of our ball teams or softball, baseball, whatever, in jeopardy on our part. We do have nothing to do with the lawsuit. That's between council members. That's it.
Thank you. Mr. Perillo?
I got nothing.
Mr. Adamson?
Nothing this evening, thank you.
And a motion to adjourn?
Mr. Chairman, a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Adjourned.